Hello and welcome to the current international news from the YouTube channel Daily English News. Headlines first. Saudi Arabia using secret code to silence dissent, amnesty finds. European Parliament says it will not use facial recognition tech. Cruise ship quarantine over coronavirus. Saudi Arabia is using a secretive special court setup for terrorism-related cases to systematically prosecute human rights activists and other dissenting voices who defy the country's absolute monarchy, a new report has found. The human rights watchdog Amnesty International spent 5 years to investigate 95 cases heard at the Specialized Criminal Court (SCC) in Riyadh, concluding in a report published on Thursday that the court is routinely used as a weapon to silence criticism despite the kingdom's recent attempt to cultivate a reformist image. Since 2011, overly broad counter-terror and anti-cybercrime laws have been used by the SCC in unfair trials to hand down prison sentences of up to 30 years and, in some cases, the death penalty to human rights defenders, writers, economists, journalists, religious clerics, reformists, and political activists, particularly from the country's Shia minority, Amnesty said. Every stage of the SCC judicial process is trained to human rights abuses, from the denial of access to a lawyer to communicado detention to conviction-based sole on a so-called confession extracted through torture, said Habiya Marwaf, Amnesty's Middle East and North Africa Regional Director. Saudi Arabia has embarked on a series of wide-ranging social reforms since Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman was appointed to the throne in 2017, allowing women to drive, curbing the powers of the country's notorious morality police, and granting women the freedom to travel without the permission of a male guardian. The reforms, however, have been accompanied by a crackdown on dissent, including the detention of high-profile activists such as Laureen Zale, who campaigned for women's rights to drive. Saudi Arabia's human rights record has also faced renewed international scrutiny since the murder of the dissent journalist Jamal Khashoggi in the Kingdoms of Istanbul Consulate in 2018. The European Parliament has insisted it has no plans to introduce facial recognition technology after a leaked internal memo discussing its use in security products and outcry. A page on the European Parliament's internet seen by The Guardian suggested that facial recognition could be used in the context of biometric-based security and services to members. Titled Artificial Intelligence for Better Services, the page discussed how such technologies, including facial recognition and AI-assisted translation, would have consequences on working methods, process, staff profiles, and contracting of services. The page on the Parliament's 2019 to 2021 Digital Transformation Program was removed on Wednesday after a prominent MEP and staff unions questioned the potential use of facial recognition in the Parliament. A spokesperson for the Parliament said there is no project of facial recognition in the European Parliament, adding that it was not foreseen at any level. Thousands of passengers and crew on two cruise ships in Asian waters have been placed in quarantine after cases of coronavirus were confirmed on board. About 3,700 people are facing at least 2 weeks locked away on the Diamond Princess cruise liner anchored off Japan, while 80,000 passengers and crew are being kept on board on the World Dream docked in Hong Kong.